Good evening, everyone. My name is Tom Zinniger. I'm the Director of Jazz Studies here at Texas A&M University-Kingsville, and I'd like to welcome you guys to night 2 of the 42nd Annual Jazz Bash. So the Jazz Bash, of course, for decades now, has served as the end of our fall semester kind of celebration of jazz. These bands that you've seen both last night and tonight, they've gotten one public performance under their belt way back in October in the Texas Jazz Festival in Corpus Christi. We're so lucky to perform there every year. But then we like to have this kind of end of the semester, as I said, celebration here on campus to play for our community and our students. So you're going to hear the Latin Jazz Ensemble, as you see behind me, and then, of course, Jazz Band 1, which Dr. Millsap will have a special announcement about Jazz Band 1 when he comes out later. But first of all, so our first group of the night is, of course, the Latin Jazz Ensemble. This is under our third-year faculty member for us, and an alum, used to play trumpet in some of our jazz bands several years ago. But please welcome to the stage the Latin Jazz Ensemble and Mr. Javier Salinas.
Welcome, everyone. How are we doing tonight? Oh, we can do that one more. We can do that better. I want to hear more from the top crowd there in the balcony. Yeah, how are we doing tonight? Awesome. Thank you so much. It's a pleasure to continue doing this year for the Texas A&M University-Kingsville on behalf of the Texas A&M University Latin Jazz Ensemble. We welcome to night 2 of our wonderful festivities and hope that you're having a good time. Our first tune featured AJ on congas, David Garza, David Zamora on piano, Knight on timbales, and you also heard from Pedro Contreras on trombone, as well as Juan Pesina on alto sax. And so our first tune was titled Ojitos, or Little Eyes, by Michelle Fernandez, and this is a really wonderful piece to program as it kind of features and highlights various different sections of our ensemble, from the altos, the trombones, to the rhythm section as well. And so we're really glad to have contributed in such a way to have that programmed in our concert tonight. Our second tune is going to be a cha-cha called Esperando la Carroza by Hilario Duran, which is essentially commissioned by the WDR band. And so we have a couple soloists here on this one, and so we hope that you enjoy our cha-cha. This is the Tamuk Latin Jazz Ensemble. Once again, thank you so much for being here tonight, whether in person or in the live stream. Thank you. Aaron Rivera on tenor sax. Pedro once again on trombone. And last but not least, Alex on bass. So once again, on behalf of the Tamuk Latin Jazz Ensemble, we hope that you're having a good time. For those that just joined us here, welcome to our night 2. Our third piece on the program is something that Maynard Ferguson and Diane Schur recorded together. So you might know this really well in terms of like repertoire for mariachi or for trio music or trio románticos, which is called Bésame Mucho. So to the stage, help me welcome Miss Godwin here, Miss Deja Godwin.
My arms embracing you, I never knew this thrill before. Never thought I'd be holding you close, whispering into dearest one, you should leave me. Each little dream would take wing and my life would be through. Bésame mucho.
Awesome. How are we doing tonight? Awesome. So that was a really wonderful tune, kind of transitioning this from a fusion of sorts, but also to a bam bam. And so our last piece, once again, can I have a round of applause for our magnificent students here? They're doing really well, really good job. They've been performing and also really busy this semester. And so our third tune, you heard Eric Gloria accompanying also Ms. Deja Godwin. And so our last tune, which is a standard here recorded by Arturo Sandoval, which you may know as A Mis Abuelos, will feature Santos as our kind of our lead player here and lead stylistic here. So we have a plethora of solos here. And once again, we'd like to thank you for coming out tonight, for being here in person, for those on the live stream as well. And we hope that you give us a couple of minutes here just for kind of set changes for JB1 and you stick around with us here. So once again, thank you for coming out tonight and we'll see you soon. Thank you.
Thank you.
so much. Y'all are so wonderful. Give us a couple of minutes, maybe 10 minutes or so, just to get our set changes here. Once again, thank you so much for coming out tonight, and we hope you enjoyed our program. Thank you.
Past 7, yes, sir. Yo, yo! What's up? So who's talking in the house? So I can hear you. Who's talking back in the house? Yeah, who's talking back in the house? Oh, yeah, who's talking in the house? Yeah, yeah, come on, give me some beat and ho. Yeah, yeah, come on. Yeah, who's talking in the house? Is Dr. Chen in the house? Who's talking in the house? Who's talking in the house? Yeah, yeah, yeah. You see, there's a band behind me. He's gonna accommodate me through the rap here. And Dr. Giraffe, Dr. Millsap, he's not a giraffe, but a good guy. Dr. Millsap, not a giraffe, but he is such a good guy. These men behind me, he has been sent to San Antonio on the day, a special day. Their music, yeah, their music has impressed many lovers in the night. You know, on that day of TNEA, that day is Valentine's Day. Yeah, Valentine's Day. It's the day that Jamie White played in the TNEA. Come on, you guys. So killing right here. Now, here's another announcement. Where are the Hot Seven? Come on. Give me some noise. Who are the Hot Seven? Come on. Make some noise. The Hot Seven, make some noise. Yeah. Yeah, let me tell you about the Hot Seven. The Hot Seven, they are pretty hip. They just got selected by Jen's Education Network in NOLA. Here in the NOLA. Come on, get some second line groove. Come on, get some second line groove. Hey! Yeah, yeah. This is the Hot Seven. There we go. They just selected by Jazz Education Network. They're gonna perform over there with all the good nose tags. With good old nose tags. And they are, of course, the members of JB1. Yeah, yeah. If you're gonna watch them here in the Kingsville, if you're gonna watch them in the Kingsville, don't miss the day. Mark on your calendar. Come on. December 4th. December 4th. On Thursday from 4 p.m. December 4th, 4 p.m. at Hackers Coffee. They're gonna play some killing music over there, here in Kingsville. They're using second line just to
This is a little tall. There we go. I'm buying time for the trumpets back there. Trumpet player, I understand. That's what this is all about. That's why I talk, is to buy the trumpets an extra 30 seconds every once in a while. Sometimes it's the trombones, but usually it's the trumpets. How's everybody doing? All right, so I tried that yesterday, and that's about what I got. How y'all doing tonight? Yeah, I took a y'all last night, too. All right, so cool. That first tune we played, it's called The Fly By Night. So that was by Bob Florence, piano player, kind of like the epitome of West Coast cool with his band. And written for the U.S. Military Academy, West Point band, the Jazz Knights, hence Fly By Night. So that's where the title comes from. That one featured back on the drums, George Palacios. And here's my big wind-up. And on alto sax, Xander Wasilewski. And that's the one time I'm going to say it tonight. But you're going to hear from Xander again later. All right, so the next tune we're going to play for you, if you're following along with the program, is from West Side Story. It's Buddy Rich tune they did with Maynard. It's going to feature our lead trumpet, who is in his basically final concert. We've got one more for the Christmas concert here he's going to do, but Jacob has been a dutiful soldier in the jazz program for his years here, and he's going off to student teach in the, this is fall, so spring, and graduate and go off about his way as a successful musician graduating from this program, as they all should. So we're going to feature Jacob on this next one. So this is Jacob Moreno playing the Maynard Ferguson part on Leonard Bernstein's Maria. although still a standard. Hopefully you recognize it. So this next tune we're going to play for you is by Japanese composer Toshiko Akiyoshi, and she is known for her blending of traditional jazz sounds, harmonies with her own Japanese culture. So that's a lot of hip things that she has always brought to the table with all of her writing. A lot of the most intricate jazz writing that we experience in the big band. And in fact, this tune in particular, March of the Tadpoles. So she was inspired by seeing some tadpoles in a pond swimming around. This is a true story. This actually is true. Inspired by seeing the tadpoles swimming around and seeing the motions that they made in the water and the shake of their tails and whatnot. And so she decided to write a tune that looked like the tadpoles swimming. And so if you could see the notes that these guys are going to have to play next, it's what it looks like as tadpoles across the music staff. And so this one's going to feature Xander again. I'm not going to say his last name. We got it once. We're going 1 for 1, and I'm good. It's going to feature Joseph Sosa back on the trumpet. That's why I announce you guys now, so you get your applause in advance. We don't have to worry about it later. Fernie Garcia on the trombone. David Zamora over on the piano. And I would be remiss if I didn't mention this actually features our entire trombone section in one of those rare moments of trombone solidum in jazz writing. So if you're a sax player, imagine all the notes that the saxes usually have for the sax solo, and then they've got to do this thing the whole time and try to get them all out. So here is Toshiko's March of the Tadpoles. say a trumpet player didn't do a nice thing for a trombone player. All right, so we're going to continue on. We're going to continue actually with the trombone player tune now, except, well, sort of features trombone, I guess. Yeah, doesn't it? So we're moving on to Rob McConnell tune, Rob McConnell, the Boss Brass. So Rob McConnell, at least in my mind, always growing up, I kind of linked Rob McConnell and Bob Florence together, got the same kind of groove, even though Bob Florence is out on the West Coast and Rob McConnell's up in Canada most of the time. Came down to New York for a little bit, but really moved up into Canada. But Rob McConnell is like one of these big, his orchestrations are always big in the brass sections, you know, lots of lush, dense, thick brass sounds, not that he neglected the saxes at all. But it was Rob McConnell and the Boss Brass, which still had saxes with it because I guess they're made out of brass, so we let them hang out with the cool kids. Anyway, so this one, it's Strike Up the Band, but it's Strike Out the Band because we're going to keep changing the styles around. So you're going to have a whole lot of different stuff going on coming at you, and some new material as well, where we got some bassy swing, we got some halftime groove, we got some double time groove, we got some halftime at the same time as double time. So this is like the ultimate and Rob McConnell orchestration happening here with all the complexities going on, which is really what a lot of his music's made out, consists of. So this one's going to feature our second tenor, John Sosa. And really, I wanted just to also feature a lot of the guys who are in their last year with the band or doing their final concert. And so we're going to kind of go around a bit. And Jacob back on the trumpet. And our lead bone, Dylan White. And it's going to feature Fernie again and David again. So here's Rob McConnell, Strike Out the Band. All right, now we reach the closer part of the concert, except like a Tchaikovsky symphony, it's just got a lot of them. So next up is the Gordon Goodwin chart, and this one is really basically Gordon's love letter to that great Oakland funk band from the East Bay, Tower of Power, with all its horn licks and constant barrage of tight harmonies and everything, mixed in with Gordon Goodwin's obsession with writing a whole bunch of sax notes and sax solos. So this is inspired by the Tower of Power, Gordon Goodwin's T.O.P. Adjacent. It's going to feature our lead alto / lead Iwi, Nick Salinas. And just like you heard a trombone solo, you're going to hear a Barry sax solo. So on Barry, Damon Rodriguez. All right, so here's some Gordon Goodwin, T.O.P. Adjacent. All right, we're into the home stretch. So is my voice. So now's when I buy the trumpets a lot of extra time because we still got 2 more after this. But here's the big announcement we've been waiting for tonight. If you go after the concert, don't do it now. Get your phones out after the concert and pull up your favorite streaming service, whether it be Apple Music, Spotify, Tidal, Amazon, whatever the other ones are out there, YouTube, and you type in Texas A&M University-Kingsville Jazz Band, Roman numeral 1, not the Arabic numeral, that's a different recording you're going to get. Roman numeral 1, you're going to be able to listen to Drop Today, our very first released album called For Starters. And I believe, I know there's at least 2 of you. There's Jacob and Xavier that are both on that one. And it's okay, Jacob was like a freshman and Xavier's a grad student now, so they've actually, it's not like they've been hanging around for a long time. They have matriculated and done their job. So yeah, go check that out. It features a lot of great tunes, a lot of mix of stuff. It's got some Basie on it, it's got some Bob Florence on it, it's got some Radiohead on it. Back was in my Radiohead for Big Band Kick, and so we recorded some of that. And it's got an original by Dr. Z as well for sax and jazz sax section, rhythm section, and soloist. So definitely check that out. We need the streams so that we get a quarter-cent every time you listen to something. So please make us some money, or break even after like 5 million streams. Put it on loop if you would, please. 30 seconds is required, I believe, to make it count as a play. There's my plug for everything. Don't make us buy some streams from server farms around the world. That exists. It's a real thing. That's how Taylor Swift's up there, number one. We're not going to see any of that Spotify money because that just all goes to Taylor Swift based on actual play count and whatnot, like time listened or something like that. Anyway, so yeah, we're really excited about that. We've got another one that's already recorded that a lot of the folks in this band did. We did it last year for the most part. It's got some stuff from 2 years ago and last year. That one we're hoping to have out by our jazz festival in March, so you can check for that. If you look for updates on the social media for the Tamuk Jazz, Instagram and Facebook and all that stuff. Insta, Snapchat, book, whatever. I'm old. I'm okay. I don't understand these things. But yeah, so look for that. And then we're going to hit the studio, I think, in January, record number 3. So we'll just keep churning these things out with a lot of the stuff, some of the stuff you heard tonight and some of the stuff from our concert that you may or may not have heard back on the Texas Jazz Fest. So next up, trumpets, I vamp enough for you. You good? White coat? Okay. So this next one we're going to play for you would be a closer on its own, except I got one more after this. This is by Evan Weiss. He wrote it while he was in the 1 o'clock up at UNT, so this was recorded on their Lab 2007, I believe, album. So this one, again, we're going to have a whole mix of styles going on. We've got, like, it's blues, but it's not quite blues, but it's quarter time, and it's double time, and it's Latin, and all the same time. So, like, real cool eclectic stuff. For instance, you kind of gather from the name Camelback, which, obviously makes you think of, like Middle East, where there's sand and desert, which I guess there's sand and desert here. But Camelback Blues. This one's going to feature on lead tenor, Goose. I just say Goose because that way I don't have to learn how to say his name right. That one's easy to remember. Unlike Vajileski. Whatever. He's not playing on this one. It's going to feature David again on the piano. And Jacob again back on the trumpet. And thanks for being a great audience so far, hanging in there. We're almost there, home stretch. So here is Evan Weiss's Camelback Blues. All right, thank you everyone for coming out tonight. This is our last tune, the last closer finally. And I'm going to vamp a little bit because I got to bring some extra artillery onto the stage, and the sax has got to rearrange themselves a little bit. It says, I always program a Kenton tune on this concert because that's like the band that I grew up listening to. That was my grandfather's favorite band, and it's just, if I always get to program a Kenton tune, like it makes me happy on a concert. Even if they don't play it well, which these guys are going to be great. It's like, I get to do a Kenton band or a Kenton chart. Because that was always my goal there. And so we're going to play one of the more popular, one of the best known, like the closer before the closer for Kenton, because Kenton always closed with artistry and rhythm. But the closer before that closer that he always did. And actually some of these folks played last year the harder version of this, Malaga by Bill Holman with our jazz blast at the end of the year. And so I thought, well, let's finish off the pair here and let them come out and play the second one of this. So like I said, this is a Bill Holman tune. Man, these guys like horns. They're just taking forever. Flugelhorn, I guess. I think I'll wait for the sax player. Yep. With that thing. All right, so now you can go home. If you have never seen or heard a bass sax, you can now say that you have done that. That's your accomplishment for the night. For sticking through to the end of this concert is you are treated with a bass sax. You can applaud yourselves. Yeah, that's great. So this last tune we're going to play for you, again, thank you for coming out. Our Christmas concert, that's the next concert that this band's going to play at. That is a week from tomorrow on Wednesday, December 3rd, 7 o'clock, back in here. The Christmas present, the holiday present from the School of Music to the community of Kingsville. So there'll be groups all from throughout the School of Music performing. Like I said, this group's going to play. We've got 3 tunes lined up that we're going to play, including an arrangement by David himself. So that's at 7 o'clock on December 3rd, if you need to get in the holiday spirit. There is a sing-along. I will warn you, that's the last thing, though. So if you don't want to sing, it doesn't matter. No one's going to hear you. It's the band's playing. You can just mouth watermelon, watermelon, and everything's going to be okay. But they're Christmas songs, and so we all know what's going on. All right. Flugels, you ready? Bass sax, are you ready? All right, cool. All right, so this last tune that we're going to play for you is going to feature Adriel at our goose again. And on lead bone, Dylan White. On the Frank Rosalino solo. And we're going to get a note right quick before we play Bill Holman's arrangement of Malagueña. Thank you all. This is Jazz Band 1. Have a safe drive home and a happy Thanksgiving. We'll see you next Wednesday.